Good morning, Fellowship Hi-Crest. This is your Monday morning jumpstart for Judges chapter 6. I am going to start reading in verse 13, so go ahead and join me there. It says, Sir Gideon replied, If the Lord is with us, why has all of this happened to us? And where are all the miracles our ancestors told us about? Didn't they say, The Lord brought us up out of Egypt, but now the Lord has abandoned us and handed us over to the Midianites? Then the Lord turned to him and said, Go with the strength you have and rescue Israel from the Midianites. I am sending you. But Lord, Gideon replied, How can I rescue Israel? My clan is the weakest in the whole tribe of Manasseh, and I am the least in my entire family. And the Lord said to him, I will be with you, and you will destroy the Midianites as if you were fighting against one man. Gideon replied, If you are truly going to help me, show me a sign to prove that it is really the Lord speaking to me. This is God's word. Man, I don't know if you've ever been scared. Maybe God has given you something that He wants you to do. You know that He wants you to do it, but you've been scared. You're just not sure. And that's where we see Gideon in our story. Gideon knows exactly what God is asking of him. And this happens a couple of times for Gideon. God gives him something and he knows what to do. He knows what God's asking him, but he doesn't trust God. God, is that really you? God, how am I going to do that? I'm not equipped. Um, so the first thing that Gideon struggles with is he thinks that he has to do what God is asking him to do in his own strength. He says, how am I going to do this? I'm the least of my whole family and the least of the tribe of Manasseh. And God tells him, I will be with you. He reminds him, I'm not asking you to do this on your own. I'm asking you and I'm sending you and I'm going to be with you. I'm doing the heavy lifting here. Um, and so I just want to remind us that Gideon is not necessarily the example for us, but he really does show us our hearts sometimes that we struggle in these same areas to have faith that God is going to equip us to do the things that he asks us to do, that he's going to be with us every step of the way. And so my encouragement to you today is if you struggle, take heart that God is going to meet us where we're struggling. He's going to continue to walk with us every step of the way. I'm not saying that you should test God like Gideon does. I'm not saying that that's wise, but I am saying if you're struggling to believe, you're struggling to take your next steps with God, man, seek God out. Seek Him out. Seek Him out in His Word. Seek Him out in community with other believers, and allow Him to strengthen you through His Word and encourage you through His Word and through other believers. Thanks for joining us today. Continue to power up, pour in, and spill out.